Irvin Leon Edwards is a 38-year-old Louisiana man, or I should say was a 38-year-old Louisiana man, and in 2013, he and his girlfriend were arguing at a gas station, so somebody called the cops on them. Now, when the cops arrived, the couple had already stopped fighting, but that wasn't enough for the cops, so they started questioning Edwards about his sagging pants, and it just so happens that Edwards was in a place in Louisiana that recently banned saggy pants, so they arrested him. Let that sink in. They arrested him. They arrested him for saggy pants. And Edwards' girlfriend begged the officers as they arrested him. She said, look, just don't tase him, don't get too physical with him or anything, because he has high blood pressure and he has some mental issues. So just you know, a warning here. Don't do that. Well, the cops didn't really listen. What you're about to see is what the cops did to Edwards when they already had him restrained in jail. Now, as you're watching this, keep an eye out for the taser, which one of the officers has pressed to Edwards virtually the entire time. When you see something like that, you think, how could it possibly be the case that so many people were so stupid? There were 6 dudes in the room. And they just walked out. His body went limp like halfway through him being stunned. You noticed that, right? Because he kept getting stunned. Which, by the way, is probably one of the reasons why he was squirming, because you were stunning him. There were like 5 dudes sitting on him. He's being stunned, so he's squirming. And what do you expect to happen if you're stunning a guy? So they leave. He goes limp. His body's limp. He's laying on the floor in this incredibly awkward position. Obviously, he's not doing it for comfort. And they just leave. His body's limp. They leave. They let him sit there in the same position for 9 minutes. Then finally, one of them, nobody's rushing. Nobody's trying to help him. Hey, maybe we fucked up here. One guy walks in, just kicks his foot. Here, you all right? Kicks his foot. 9 minutes later, he's been limp the entire time. Just kicks his foot. He probably died only, like, in that clip there, he probably died, like, what? Not long in, a minute and a half in, when his body went limp. Probably there, he had already died, and they just left him there, and they walked out. No, when you see something like that, you think, where the fuck is your humanity, right? This is a human being. You arrested the dude for saggy pants, and it ended with him dying in a cell. No. He's not the problem here. You are the problem. You're the criminals. In the video I just saw, you're the criminals. Every single cop in there. just casually going along with this. I guess this is what we do. We stun guys who are already limp and dead on the floor, and then we walk out and leave them there. You're the problem. The fact you even arrested a guy for baggy pants, look, the law was stupid in the first place in Louisiana for the baggy pants, but we covered the story. If I'm not mistaken, it's not something you literally get arrested for. I think it's just illegal and you get fined for it or something like that. You arrested a dude for baggy pants and then you killed him in custody when you were already warned that the dude had high blood pressure and he had mental issues, so don't be aggressive with him. The girlfriend said it. When you look at something like that, you have to think everything needs to be rewired here. Because I guarantee you, if you go talk to cops in Norway or you show them that video, they'd just be mortified and be like, American cops are insane. This is like an invading army just ruining people's lives. Why would you not totally redo the training in these kinds of circumstances? The cops need to have a totally different mindset because obviously everything is now, aggression and us versus them, and they're always wrong, we're always right, and anything is justified. I have the badge and I have the uniform, therefore I cannot be wrong. And it goes to their head to the point where they do shit like that. You had 6 dudes in the room, not a single one was like, hey, come on, look, come on. You already stunned him for fucking 47 seconds. He hasn't had enough? Look, his body went limp. Maybe we should get some help? What? None of you thought that. None of you thought that. And you let him sit there for 9 minutes as he died, as he just laid there. Your job is to protect and serve the citizens. This guy's a citizen. I feel like the cops just give themselves license in many respects to do whatever they want and treat citizens according to whatever mood they're in and according to their whims. Well, no, you have a very important job. I mean, your job, it's so much responsibility. It's a hard thing for anybody to do. I understand that, but you can't buy into this narrative and buy into this feeling of we are the army, they're the enemy. There was a report recently at one of these protests that was happening where they had to send some cops in there with riot gear or whatever. One of the training manuals referred to protesters as the enemy. Right? It was viewed more through the lens of a military. It was this military mindset, not a police mindset. We have to totally redo the way we think about policing in America, man. We really do. Because stuff like this can't go on. This happens every day now. This happens all the time now. Where there's some unarmed black person being harassed and then, whoa, look at that, they ended up dead. Come on, man. He had mental issues, he had high blood pressure, you were warned not to fuck with him because of stuff like that, and you arrested him for saggy pants and he ended up dead. You let him sit on the floor for 9 minutes without getting help. We got to totally change the mindset of these cops, man. We need a top-down restructuring of police in America. We need totally new training, totally new ways to address policing, and we also need to get rid of all the stupid laws on the books. The drug war, which gives cops the license to crack down on minority communities and on poor people all across the United States. You need to change laws like this where you ban saggy pants. It's just, we just need to totally restructure and redo everything. I don't know what else to say about this because it's just stunning to see somebody who's so incredibly innocent just get killed by the actions of these police. And, no disciplinary action. So how about that?